What is the mission of the church? What is the mission of Harvest Air? Why will we exist? What will be at the heart of everything that we would seek to do and be about? Well, we want to glorify God through the fulfillment of the Great Commission in the spirit of the Great Commandment. That's a lot of words right there. Let me just break that down for us. We want to firstly glorify God. That is, we want to proclaim and magnify his excellency and worth to the world around us by pointing people to his son Jesus. And that as we do that, we joyfully fulfill the very purpose for which God created us. But what will that look like? What's the plan? Well, Jesus himself has told us what the plan is. He's given us the mission. We don't need to, as a church, grasp in the dark for what the church is to be about. We don't need to come up with anything new. Jesus has already given it to us. In Matthew chapter 28, in verse 18, Jesus says, he begins with a promise, all authority in heaven and earth has been given to me. Go therefore and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit, teaching them to observe all that I have commanded you. And behold, another promise, I am with you always to the end of the age. So Jesus gives us our mission. He gives us this incredible mission bracketed by two amazing promises. That we would go and make disciples, that we would become more mature disciples in Jesus Christ, and that we would give our lives to making disciples of those around us. That we would learn from him and listen to him and then grow in our obedience towards him. That's what we get to give our lives to. That's what we get to be about as a church. And that as we do that, that we would grow not only in our obedience, but in our affection and in our love for the Lord. That brings us to the third part. We want to glorify God through the fulfillment of the Great Commission in the spirit of the Great Commandment. We want to love the Lord with all our heart, with all our soul, and with all of our mind. And that way then would lead us to love our neighbor, love those around us as we love ourselves. That is the mission that Jesus has given the church. That is the mission that we want to be about. It's an everyday, every member kind of mission, and it is one of eternal significance. That's what we want to, as a church, give our lives to. That's what I want to give the rest of my life to. Is that something that you're giving your life to?